It's exams results day. You and your mates are all a bag of nerves waiting to find out how well you've done. Then the results are released, and whilst everyone else is celebrating their success and planning their future, you're staring at a grade well below what you predicted and wondering where it all went wrong. At first you reckon you must have flunked it, but given what you'd managed to do in the mocks, you should have done better. Brian Whitaker is from the Exams Appeals Board. He says if you think your result is wrong, you need to quickly talk with your school or college.
When students get their exam grade, they should consider immediately whether or not to initiate an inquiry about that result. The decision rests not with the student, but with the school or college where the student attended. But when making that decision, a school or college should take into account the candidate's wishes.
Carolyn Adams is from AQA, which is one of the largest exam awarding bodies. She told me what your school or college would do if they agreed your result was wrong.
The next stage in the procedure is for them to appeal against that remark result. And that appeal is in two stages, stage 1 and stage 2. The stage 1 appeal is just simply where somebody in AQA who's had no involvement with the case before will have a look at it to make sure that everything has been done correctly. If the centre is still unhappy, the school or the college is still unhappy, then the stage 2 appeal actually allows them to come into AQA and have a meeting where they can put their case, where there'll be an independent committee, a panel, who will consider their case and the case that AQA will be presenting that we believe the grade is correct. And the committee will make an impartial decision.
And if you're still not happy, what then?
The final stage is a body called the Exams Appeals Board, the EAB. And that again is independent of AQA, and there'll be another panel hearing whereby the school or the college can put their case and AQA would put its case and the panel would make a decision, just like in a court of law really.
George Turnbull works for Ofqual, the government body responsible for exams. He's known as the exams doctor and says remarking can take 3 or 4 weeks, but they can be sped up if needs be.
It depends when the inquiry is made and the nature of the inquiry. There are some target dates from the examining boards, and a clerical recheck is something like 20 days. And a normal remark would be 30 days. There is such a thing called a priority remark if you're doing A-levels and university places are at stake, and that is something like 18 days. But if you get your inquiry upon your results in early, then of course it's likely to be done quicker than these times specified.
So you think you've got a good case and you can get your results looked at quickly, but will you be expected to pay for the service? Here's George Turnbull again.
You can get various stages of results from a clerical recheck, which might cost around about £10. The costs vary across the examining boards, up to a remark of your examination scripts, which you'll then be talking about £35 or £40. So the costs do vary. Students may not have to pay it themselves, but the schools who would be supporting the inquiry upon results would probably foot that bill.
That's all well and good if your school supports your appeal, but what happens if they don't? Brian Whitaker from the Exams Appeals Board once again.
The school should have in place an internal appeals mechanism that will allow them to appeal the school's decision not to inquire on their behalf.